welcome to the stream. 13 minutes to go. We start our session. You can chat. Can you hear me, guys? We have one viewer. Welcome to the stream. If you haven't followed, pwede naman mag-follow. Exciting, ah. Right? Let me post that we're live. It's been a while since we streamed again. Where's our Facebook? Welcome, friends. Welcome to the stream. Kumusta? Di ako makapag-stream sa Facebook eh. Di ko alam bakit. Multi-stream ko sana. Yo, welcome to the stream. We have 4 viewers. Pwede kayo magparamdam. Para hindi naman ako nagmamonolog dito. How's your Wednesday? Ay, Wednesday ba? Tuesday. Sorry. I don't know how to keep track of time. I'm not able to stream sa Facebook. Naglolo ko yung multi-stream. May plugin akong ginagamit. Alright. Let me just answer this, guys. They're waiting for me kung saan daw ako nag-i-stream. Welcome to the stream, guys. Dinig ba yung music? Can you hear the music so we don't get bored? Tahimik. Welcome. 8 minutes start natin. Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to post that we're live. Yeah. That's marami kasing bot. So let's do it later. Yeah, Franz, I got your message. Today we'll be doing this run AI chat models for free. Actually, free din naman yung ChatGPT, no? So, I just put here para medyo catchy, no? It's really running models locally sa machine mo. Hopefully my machine don't hang later. Welcome to the stream, guys. You can chat so we can talk about anything. Hindi naman to formal, no? We just look at itong mga models. My streams are not really formal, so medyo may structure lang siya. Pero I keep it informal, no? Pwede kayo magtanong, ganun. It's not really like we're not really serious. Yeah. It's meant for learning and entertainment, no? I'm just Alright. Medyo kinakalat lang natin yung yung mga message natin. We're live already. Sorry, I have to look to the right kasi nandun yung chat monitor. And I'm posting something sa web, so Six minutes. Okay ba yung timer ko? Streaming, very technical din. Unless you use StreamYard siguro or other tools. Like Streamlabs or ano. Welcome to the stream. We have 7 viewers. Just tell me if you're not Filipino so I can speak English. I don't want you leaving my stream also. Okay, has anyone used Meta AI already? Maybe we can preview, no, while we're waiting. What do you think? Meta AI. Kailangan maka-preempt natin yung yung Meta AI later. Stay tuned. All right. 4 minutes. Let me change my SIM. I'm gonna show off my learning sa OBS. Sorry, the chat is configured to wait 10 minutes. Because sa Twitch, there's a lot of chatbots. So, para din siyang Facebook na maraming chatbot. Ganun. Can interact later. Maybe I should just change that to 5 minutes. No? I think 10 minutes is too long. You might get bored bago ka makapag-comment. No? By the way, I'm using NVIDIA Broadcast. So I use it with my mic. So I think it sounds better. My mic is just a HyperX Solocast. So it's also AI, yung NVIDIA Broadcast. So it makes your voice better and it can even remove yung background noise. Which is really cool. So even if you're using a vacuum cleaner, it can filter the noise so the audience cannot hear. Yeah, 10 minutes is over. Perfect. Pwede ka na mag-chat. Actually, next time I can... because I have Discord, if you wanna ask using your voice, we can do a Discord session also. I can add the Discord here. So para siyang Zoom meeting. Hello. I hope you like the, shaky head icon, no. Set up ko yung Discord, no. Next stream, no. Discord tayo. Franz, baka pwede ko I can invite yung mga engineering managers sa mga podcast natin. Okay ba yun? Puro kayo malulupit eh. Pwede. Sige, let's go. Kahit hindi AI, kahit yung kasi may some people are asking me how to become a developer, ganun. Siyempre, gusto rin nila malaman yung paano lumaki yung sweldo nila, no? How to earn more as a manager, no? Para yumaman like you, mga manager. Yeah, medyo lumalagpas yung chat ko, no? Pupunta sa mukha ko. Let me change my... ang webcam. Oh, it's already 8:01, no? I think we can already start, no? Since people are already here. Or let's wait 5 minutes, no, para give time naman sa others na nag-wait. Na pahabol. Maghahabol pa lang. So our session today, I'm just gonna do some slides for a backgrounder lang. Let's say what why you need to use local LLM. Why can't you use ChatGPT only? No? So our session for today will be that yung I will go through the benefits or why you need to use a local LLM rather than online ChatGPT or cloud AI. So let's go through that. If you have any questions, just drop in the chat. No, I'm monitoring the chat. So you can interrupt me while I'm talking. Say, this is just a informal stream. I don't want it to be formal kasi we're not a workshop naman or anything. So our purpose is just to learn, no? If you make it formal, boring. Let's start at 8:05, I think. So para we can, just to be fair to those that are very earlier. I'm charging my headset. Medyo, the wire is getting, it's disturbing. Is the screen, can you see the screen or I need to make it bigger? Meron akong view na full screen eh. Mm. Alright. We're also in YouTube pala, no? Naka-livestream din sa YouTube. youtube.com/donvitocodes. Mm. I'm playing some music in the background. Nadidinig niyo ba? Para hindi naman ako mabore. And to get, para hindi ako nervyusin. Welcome to the stream, Kaloy. Sorry. Nagko-Korean tea ako eh. Diba? Okay ba? Share naman ako ng ano dyan, stream. Siyempre, Queen of Tears. Sino ba nanood ng Queen of Tears? Who is watching with Queen of Tears? Can I spoil it? Okay, I think it's time to start. Yeah, patayin natin yung music since nakaka-istorbo. Alright. So, welcome to the stream, no? So, we're gonna talk about running chat models or LLM models locally sa machine natin. So, we'll look at Ollama and LM Studio. Ollama is open source and LM Studio is, I think, closed source. But it's one of the best tools that I saw which you can interact with local LLMs. Oh, welcome to the stream. Sorry, I can't see the... Yeah. Sorry, Alright. Thank you for the follow, Markoy. Salamat. Alright. So just to continue, we're gonna talk about these two tools wherein you can run your LLMs. Imagine it's like ChatGPT running in your machine. At least the model. No. There's also some UI that we will try to run later. So we can try the models to chat with the models. Later on it will be fun kasi you can send me anything that we want to ask. Tapos let ask the model, no? Sorry. For those who haven't followed, you can follow me in Twitch and YouTube and Facebook. It's all the same handle. Don't beat the codes. All right. This is our topic for today. So I'll proceed with the first slide, which is why do you want to run LLMs locally? So I developed a chat assistant for my previous company, On My Home. We created this tool called Homer GPT. So what we used was OpenAI, the APIs of OpenAI. So we have to pay. So we have to pay for that API per. I think they charge us per number of tokens that we send to the API. And there's also a limit, like a rate limit, if you're gonna send so many, right? Let me just, yeah, I think it's good. All right. So first reason why you want to run local LLMs is you don't really need internet. Now, once you've downloaded all the models in your local machine, you don't really need internet. So you can run it without connecting to the web. If you're using AI chat in a place without internet, for example, let's say you're in the rural areas or the provinces. Imagine, because AI, since it's very powerful, I think it is also fair for the less privileged or the schools that don't have internet to be able to use it. So imagine you can bring the LLMs there and run it in their computers. At least they have to have a computer. So imagine the power of this technology wherein these guys open source the models and you can even use it without internet. Kasi in the Philippines, maybe not in Singapore, all the places in Singapore have internet, all the schools. So in the Philippines, since we're a not so rich country, or maybe in other countries, I think Singapore is just a exception. Let's say third world countries, they don't have internet in the schools that are very far from the city, the provinces. So imagine there's no internet required. So I'm thinking also of a project. I don't know, maybe some of you will support me on this, that we can support installations of LLM into the. I don't know how we'll do this because I'm based in Singapore. We can go to the countryside and help them install the LLMs, or maybe we can package it in a computer, like a Linux machine, wherein we can already put the models into the machine, so they can use the chat. It's like ChatGPT basically, right? So the running of local LLMs will be very good for leveling the field. Let's say I'm a student in the rural area. Is it not fair for me to be able to access AI also? Diba? So, hindi lang pang mayaman yung AI. So, not only for the rich, right? Because the rich have not the rich. Those who can afford internet, they can access ChatGPT, Copilot, Claude AI, whatever tool you can do online. Pero those that are not don't have the money to pay for the internet, for example, I think it's unfair for them na hindi nila ma-access yung AI, no? So there's a lot of things that we can do with AI. Maybe we can discuss it later. So we can we can see how we can help. It can help the economy also, right? Okay, another benefit or advantage of running local LLMs is you can use the local LLM to send any information, so any sensitive or confidential information, since it's running on your premise, on your organization, or on your computer. For example, you want to calculate, let's say personal use, no? I want to calculate uh, how much I have earned, or like my bank transactions, no? If I send it to OpenAI, I don't know if OpenAI will kind of like take that information and use it to train its model. We don't know because it's not so transparent. But their terms and conditions, they say that they don't, right? So that's basically trust, no? Trust na lang natin na they will not use it to train their model. But who knows, right? So this is one advantage of running the LLMs locally. You can send any information, whether it's a like financial information or personal information, even company information. Let's say I want to chat with I want to use AI to query my knowledge base. So let's say there are proprietary information in that documents that you will feed into the AI, then so you can ask questions against it. So later on maybe I'll also show you a brief how is it done in they call it RAG, right? Retrieval Augmented Generation. So meaning that you feed documents into the model. Basically, it's not feeding because it's not training it. Basically, they use embeddings to generate uh, like they generate embeddings against those documents, so it can answer based on the data that is in that document. If you have ChatGPT Plus, I think you can use it. You can just upload the PDF, then you can ask a question against it. Later on, I think I have an example in ChatGPT wherein they do this. But that's not the topic. We do that later after Olama and Olama and LM Studio. But I'm just saying that this is the advantage of local LLM wherein you can upload any document, no, even proprietary confidential. Let's say medical records, which is very confidential. Pwede mo i-upload sa LLM. Just interrupt me kung may questions kayo. I can answer them. So I already mentioned this briefly. It's an alternative to online chat models. As a user, minsan ChatGPT is down. Let's say ChatGPT is down. And I'm very dependent, for example, already in ChatGPT. So one advantage is if ChatGPT is down, let's say I don't have access to the other tools like Microsoft Copilot, Claude AI, or Meta AI. Ang dami na ngayon, right? There's so many tools that are being released. So, pwede pa rin ako mag-access ng chat sa LLM. LLM is a large language model, so that's what they call it. So, yan yung parang GPT or yung sa Anthropic, yung Claude, no? Kahit yung Microsoft Copilot, GitHub Copilot is using OpenAI GPT, I think. GPT-4. So, I used all these models. I chatted with ChatGPT, Claude AI, Microsoft Copilot, Llama. Llama is Meta AI. So yung Llama is run by Meta, is developed by Facebook. It's also the same model that is used by Meta AI. Imagine Llama is available for free and it's open source. So you can run, later on we will run Llama 3, the latest version, which is being used by Meta AI. So another benefit or another reason that you want to run your local LLMs is if you want to integrate your own application with an API and send in sensitive information. Hello, Marcoy. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, StuDev. Can you share the chat? The stream to your chat mates sa StuDev. Yeah, it's my first time to stream also for a long time. So mag-i-stream na ako, I don't know, almost every week. Parang gusto ko nga, I want to do every day. Kaya ba? Anyway, send mo yung stream natin sa StuDev na Facebook chat. Salamat, Marcoy. Questions? If you have any questions, just drop my message. So yun, if you want to integrate your applications, let's say gusto mo automate. I'll give you an example. No? For example, you have a list of customer messages. No? Let's say your customer service, what do you call it? Customer service representatives, is it? So they will chat with your customer, no? So for example, they ask so many questions, they give so much details, then you answer also. You answer the questions. Then at some point you can collect all this information, diba? Then you can use AI to understand this information. Let's say kausap ko yung isang customer. Let's say I'm talking to one customer. And I want to understand if this customer is have a negative or a positive sentiment of my company or my service, no? You can send that conversation to AI and ask, for example, what is the sentiment of this customer? Is it positive? Is he angry? Is it negative? No? AI can already do that now. So imagine if you have a workflow. I think Franz is familiar with this. Have you worked with Franz is a CTO of a enterprise and startups. No? Some information, there's like a workflow. So let's say data comes in, you can actually send it to the API and process it and send it back to the database. So when it's in the database, for example, the example that I mentioned earlier, let's say you want to do a sentiment analysis. From that conversation, you can already say this is a positive conversation. Because right now, that's very powerful. No? Especially business is it's very hard to keep a customer. So taking care of them is really very important. So imagine this use case. It's only one of the use case. So another use case you can think of is, let's say I'm applying for a job. So there's this website that I upload my resume. Sino yung mga nag-a-apply dito ng job or before? Di ba if they ask you to fill up a very, very long form, nakakainis, di ba? It's very annoying to fill up a very long form. So imagine I'm working in the industry for 24 years already. How many companies I have to fill in into they call it an ATS, yung applicant tracking system. So it's so difficult. So imagine if I'm the candidate. For example, I saw this opening for generative AI for SAP. Generative AI engineer. But the barrier to entry is I have to log into their applicant tracking system. Then I have to, I don't know, maybe I haven't really tried, but for sure they're gonna ask you to enter all those employment information. So imagine they allow me only to upload a document, yung resume ko, no? Let's say they say, oh, just upload your resume. So right now, AI is capable of structuring your information. So from a, how do you call it? From a resume which is not, sino yung programmer dito? If you're a programmer, if you read a PDF, all the data there is unstructured. Meaning na there's no, it's not like XML or JSON wherein you say this is the position field, this is the, how do you call it? This is the description, this is the start of my employment and end of employment year. So there's nothing like that. So with AI, you can feed in the PDF. Oh, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow. Let me just check his name. Sorry, I can't read the Creams. Alright. Kilala ko yan si Creams. Alright. So, yan. So, nasa na tayo? So, yun, you can upload your PDF. So, the PDF, you can, since AI is capable of structuring it, let's say, convert it to a JSON file or something that is more structured, like XML, pwede rin. So, now, since, for those who are programmers here, kung structured na yung information, it's already easy to process. Kasi if you have a JSON file, you just check the, oh, this is the position, this is the description, this is the start date, end date of your employment, ganyan. Diba? Yon. So, yon. Another reason is, so I think I mentioned earlier that I'm paying for OpenAI when I am using it, right? Every token, not every token, there's like a price for, let's check it later. I'll show you what I mean. So every, maybe I can show you now. Let's just stop my presentation first. Open tayo ng Google. Okay, open. So if you're using OpenAI, it's not free. Hindi siya libre. So you pay for the, let's say this, let's say the GPT-4. For every $30, for every 1 million, for every 1 million tokens that you send, yung input is when you send. When you send to the API. You call the API, the input, you pay $30 per 1 million token. So, lalakyan ko. $30 per 1 million tokens. Tapos, when the API or the AI answers, may bayad pa rin. So doble yung bayad, no? So, input and output. So, output is $60 per 1 million tokens. So tokens are not letters. It's more not characters. So this is a machine learning. Is it machine learning or data science concept wherein they divide the text, the big text into tokens. So tokens can be a let's say a word or part of a word, or like, a combination of like part of two words, ganon. So you can Google tokens and you just ask AI na rin, no, ChatGPT, what are tokens, no? So basically yan yung charging model of OpenAI. So they have different, like GPT 3.5 Turbo is this is the one used by the ChatGPT free. So there it's cheaper. So if you're gonna play around, kung ayaw nyo mag-install ng local LLM, you can just start with the GPT 3.5 Turbo. This one is very cheap. Our product, who is being used by a lot of users, we're not even spending $100 for it. So madami na tong 1 million tokens, no? All right. Going back to the reasons. So save cost. If you're running your own LLM, you don't have to pay anything. You just have to pay for your electricity, I think. And maybe your aircon, right? But no, just kidding. So basically, in the perspective of paying for an API, it's totally free because you use your own resources. Franz has a question. Sa full text search, may tokens na. So I guess it's more math than anything. All right. So it means that yung tokens na concept is already there when they're talking about the like doing search, like text search like that. So maybe it's more of a basic concept lang on how to divide different parts of text. No? All right. So another reason why you want to run LLMs locally is flexibility. Since later on I will show you this, the flexibility in a sense that for OpenAI, you're limited to GPT-3, the variant of GPT 3.5 and GPT-4. Pag medyo technical na, just tell me, no, para ma-explain natin, yung GPT-3 or GPT-4, it's just the model that is being used by ChatGPT. I can show it to you. I'll show it to you para sa benefit ng iba. So if you see here, this is what I'm talking about. So GPT-4 and GPT 3.5. So since these are OpenAI models, it's also accessible through their APIs. So what am I talking about? Ano ba yung sinasabi mo, Melvin? Ano ba yung may API ba yung ano na yan? GP3 na yan? Yes. So this is what I'm saying na there's a way to access it programmatically. So if you go to OpenAI website, you will see na, let's say text generation lang. So makita nyo there's a way to access the GP3 or GP3.4, GPT 3.5 or 4. So papasa mo lang yung model, then you do a set of prompts. Ganyan. So meaning, why do you need an API? Because developers, they want to integrate it with their business applications or for whatever reason they want. No? Let's say they want to automate a workflow. They want to summarize like meeting notes, for example. You can use API. Kasi if ChatGPT, mamanually mo pa yun, tas ipapaste mo pa dito, di ba? So that's the easiest way to make it programmatically. All right. So yun yung meaning ng APIs. So going back to this reason, which is flexibility, you can use any model you want. So there are a lot of models in the internet which you can see in, let's say, Hugging Face, no? So let's say text ba yun? Ito mga LLM na to, all of these are, can you see it? Medyo maliit pa. So nakikita niyo yung mga models na to like Metallama 3, Phi, is it Phi? Or Phi? Parang Philippines, no? Phi. Tas Metallama, this is like a bigger model. So mas malaki siya. So it will also, later on makita natin yan kung ano yung mga size niyan. Cohere, for example. So all of these are open source. Basta nasa Hugging Face, open source yan. It's an open source model. Hugging Face is basically a community where, you know, you have different AI stuff. Meron din mga images dyan. Maybe later on sa ibang stream, we do the images naman. You know, like we discussed in our previous streams. So anyway, I'm just saying that yung mga models, flexible ka, hindi lang GPT. So hindi lang Claude, no? So ikaw bahala kasi there are models that are good for coding, there are models na good for summarizations, for example. Tapos merong models na very specific sa ano nila yung it is trained to do something very specific and they're very good at it, something like that. Like yung coding, no, yung creating code out of nothing, no. Let's say I think si GitHub Copilot is using Codex. I think it's also OpenAI, I think, but it's customized more for code. Pero ngayon GP3 okay na rin, GPT, no. I've used it also. If you're coding, I think ChatGPT pa rin is the best. Because when you're coding, dapat when you ask it to do a code, dapat when you copy-paste it to your IDE, it should run. I tried Google, Ano yun? Gemini ba yun? Or Bard? When Bard was starting, I tried to ask it, hey, can you create a code for me that does this, that? Then when I copy-pasted into my IDE, hindi gumagana. Hindi gumagana, no? Pag So, very important yun, no? Na gumagana yung code. Kasi, palpak yun, di ba? Kung hindi nagko-compile. Di ba? So, another reason why you want to use local LLMs is control. You can control your API security and scalability. So, the more the users that you need, you just need to scale it more. Hi, Pret. Sorry, malabo yung mata ko. Thank you for the follow, Prets2324. Is that short for pretzel or what? All right. So you can control your API security and scalability. So what does it mean? Since you're running it on your own, on-premise or cloud, whatever you want, you can control the scalability. If you want to run it in Docker, for example, you want to make it auto scale down or up depending on the load, the number of users. You can also do that. OpenAI, ChatGPT, not stable. There are times that it will not respond to you. Unfortunately, that's the case. Even if it's cloud, there's still times that they go down. Not just yung ChatGPT mismo, even the API. So let me show you some evidence, no. Ito, these are things that you will ito shortcut na, no. Shortcut na because I'm telling you. So you don't really have to learn it by experience. So if you look at their APIs, sorry, I have to be transparent, no? Since we're using also for our product before. Nagda-down yung mga APIs na, let's say this one is like a partial outage, no? 3 hours, 5 hours. No? 2 hours. 5 hours, medyo matagal yan for an enterprise application or a startup. Imagine you're depending on the AI to do anything for your workflow. 5 hours is a lot of time. Maybe users are already complaining. No? Your manager is already complaining that they cannot access the app, for example. So even ChatGPT, they have like a few downtimes. I think there was a big downtime last April 10. 3 hours. Katulad nito, it's like just a few days ago. So pag nagchat-chat kayo, hindi nyo ma-access ChatGPT, it just means that they're probably having a problem or may partial outage sila. Alright? You can join our Discord, by the way. Let me send the link. Nandyan sa link sa Twitch. If you can scroll down to the socials or may Discord section yata dyan. Nandyan yung link sa Twitch. Let me just ping it here. So it's a Don Vito Codes para makapag-discuss tayo doon. If you want more kaya buksan ko lang yun. No? Let's get the information first. Alright, let me just send the Twitch. Social. May Discord ako dito. Ayun, I found it. Ito yung Discord natin, guys. Just join. If you don't have Discord account, it's so easy to create. So, just create one. Para siyang, I don't know, Yahoo Groups, France. I know you're in Discord already. Para sa mga nakaka-relate na medyo may edad na. Yahoo Groups. Yahoo Groups, Facebook Groups. Ano pa ba? No? So, medyo na ano na yung presentation natin. Okay, let's go back to that. Control, okay. So, nandito na tayo sa syempre, since it's since you're running it on your own or locally, meron din siyang there are also reasons or maybe it's more like things to consider when you are running local LLMs. So, hindi siya, there's no such thing as free beer, sabi nila, di ba? So, first thing to consider is the models will run locally, no, in your computer. So, since you're running it in your computer, it's gonna use your CPU, your GPU, your RAM, your storage. Tapos, yung models, let's say the 7 billion parameter, for example, is around 4 to 5 gigabyte in size. I think yung bigger ones are, I don't know, maabot ng 30, 35 gig. So, I know hard drive is cheap now. Pero yun, that's one thing to consider na since you're using your own resources, then you have to consider buying your own hardware, for example. Another one is, itong self-hosting. If you want to use for your APIs, if you're for personal use, you can just run it in your machine. But if you want to run it as an API, then you need to run it in your own self-hosted server. Whether you run a EC2 instance or you run a DigitalOcean instance, no? You can use Fly.io. Fly.io not stable, I think, right? Coding Orange. So basically, you run it in a Linux machine. I think I prefer Linux for this because if you're running it for APIs, you just run the Linux version if there is. Because it's headless, no? Then another one of the, this is one of the biggest concerns on why you wanna, for example, you don't have the capability of maintaining it. So another thing to consider is maintenance, no? Do I have the resources to maintain? No, syempre, you have to upgrade your operating system. You have to update your model, no? So this is this is very important, no? So this is one thing that will make or break your application. So if you're implementing for the enterprise or maybe for a startup, you need to consider this. Just hang on, guys. After this presentation, this is not all presentation. I will demo the LM Studio and the Ollama. It's very nice yung LM Studio. I just learned this from a friend. Then Ollama, I heard it from a friend also. So, yung gano'n naman tayo natututo, di ba? But the time that I spent trying this out is, I think, valuable. So you don't have to really, try it first and see, I don't like it or not. Kasi if I don't like it, then I won't even show it to you guys. Alright. So there are two tools that we're gonna discuss today, or we're gonna demo, is Ollama. Ollama is an open source tool to run your models locally. Tas si Docker na lang po siguro when self-hosting. Yes, correct. Actually, itong Ollama, meron siyang Docker. There's a Docker version for this. So you don't have to really, i-dockerize mo pa. So pwede mo na siya i-run as Docker. No? Later on, we go to the repo and I will show you how. Tapos, they also have support for different set models. Later on, we'll go through this. Or maybe let's go through now para hindi kayo mabore. Puro slides eh. So, ito yung website ng Llama. So, Llama is an open source tool. So, it has versions for Mac, Linux, and Windows. And it supports different models. So, the different models are here. So, the most popular, of course, is yung Llama 3, which was currently released. So, right now, there's already 1 million pulls of this model. Tapos ito, I just discovered, this is a Microsoft, parang siya, smaller model, which is also very capable. So, very lightweight, no? Phi 3. Phi 3 or Phi 3. Then, Wizard LLM, Mistral. Itong Mistral, I think, is also popular. Hindi ko alam kung saan siya magaling. Pero, I think, medyo ka-level siya ng mga sikat niya. There's a matrix that I saw wherein you can see all the capabilities. I don't have it right now. But you can just research. If you're in the Discord, I'll just send it over if I find it. Because there's a comparison of all this. Gemma. Ewan ko si Google, they changed the name for so many times. I don't know. Let's say they started with Bard. Then they became Gemini. Tapos ito si Gemma naman, hindi ko alam. So, to be honest, I don't know the difference of of their models. So medyo nagre-rebranding sila. Hindi ko maintindihan kung bakit. So nalilito na yung mga tao like Gemini ba, Bard ba, even their own people. When they presented, they say it's Google Bard. I said, Google Bard is not there anymore, right? So anyway, this is a Google model. So ito marami rin, no? Popular din siya. 1.2 million pulls. Pero the first time, my first impression with Bard kasi is not ano eh. It's not good. Artificial analysis.ai, sabi ni Coding Orange. Ay, pati yung dot na paste. Ingat kayo sa copy-paste, guys. Oh, here. Wow, so nice. Ito, no, yung ano, I'm gonna copy nyo na lang yung URL, pero I'm gonna copy it and send it later. So, ito yung mga comparisons ng mga different models. So, you see here, the best pa rin sa quality ang GPT-4 Turbo, tapos yung Opus ni Claude AI. Then Llama 3, 70 billion. Kita mo, no, open source to, pero it's top 3 in quality. Sa speed, top pa nga yung 8 billion na parameter niya. Siguro dahil sa laki na rin, no? So, kaya siya mas mabagal dun sa... Itong 70B is slower. And this one also is slower than this. The price, ito yung pricing. Like I mentioned earlier, the pricing. You can see that this, maybe this is run in an API. Tapos, others are, ito mga cloud na to, I think. Yun. Hindi ko alam. Ito, siguro, to, cloud to, kaya may price. So, even the general ability, reasoning, and knowledge, nandito sa website na to. Pin natin, Pin natin yan. So, copy nyo lang, tapos just take note of that. You can see all the information here. So, yan. Lahat ng benchmarks, everything is here. Yan. Alright, thank you, Coding Orange, for the information. So, magandang content later on. Okay. So, yun yung Llama. So, yung features niya, so basically, wala kasi siyang UI, no? Yung Llama terminal lang talaga. So, kaya perfect din siya sa CLI tsaka APIs, no? Naka-install na sa akin. Basically, if you want to install it, let's go through madali lang siya, no? Yung installation. So, like I mentioned earlier, Markoy, meron siyang Docker image na you can run. So, i-pull mo lang to Ollama/Ollama. That's the Docker image. You don't even need to install it in your natively into your machine. So, pwede yan kahit saan, Windows, Mac, or whatever. Linux. No? Ang pinaka-importante pa yung nakalimutan. Yeah. So, yan yung Ollama. So, this is how you install. Basically, very straightforward lang. You see, in Linux, it's just one script. In Mac, you just download the DMG file, no? Papa-download niya, tas just install, no? So, yung Windows preview, pero okay naman siya. So, download mo lang yung download mo lang siya yung exe. Try natin i-run, no? Hindi mo siguro masisira ito. Hindi naman siya mag-i-install agad. Teka, medyo mabagal yung machine. O Llama. I think inspiration nito is yung Llama talaga. Kasi before, mahirap it's hard to install local LLM sa machine mo. So, pinadali na nitong mga tools na to. So, it's made easier by these tools. Ito na pala. Sorry guys, hindi ako sanay mag-Windows eh. Sorry Nag-Windows ako para sa stream. Hello. Wait lang para nag-hang yung ano. Let's wait a bit. Alright, done na siya. Yan. Tapos install, click mo lang install, tapos I think it will ask you the directory, then that's it. Yes. So since na-install ko na, so that's very straightforward. If you need help, just ping dun sa sa Discord. Alright. So let's go to the guide. So pakita natin yung guide. So let's go to our GitHub. So how do you Ayan. So since I already pulled the Llama 3, pwede ko na i-run yung Llama 3. Llama run. Yan. So medyo kumakain siya ng memory. So you just have to be patient also. Palitan ko yung aking Yan. So medyo you have to just be patient. Nagra-run kasi matagal mag-run yung Llama. I mean, he's loading the model basically into to Llama. So we can use it. Ganun. Yan. So let's say so nagra-run na siya. So CLI kasi siya. So when we can ask a question now. So let's say anong question gusto nyo? Who is Ferdinand Magellan? Kilala niya kaya to? Or si Lapu-Lapu na lang? Sana wag tayo sagutin na isda, no? Who is Lapu-Lapu? Siguro matalino. Wow, hindi niya sinagot na Lapu-Lapu is a fish that you cook with sinigang, ganun. So ayun, no? If you look at the output, so Lapu-Lapu in Philippine history, or Lapu-Lapu, also spelled as Lapu-Lapu or Lapu, was a legendary warrior from the island of Mactan in Cebu. Nakita nyo, no? It's also coming up with really good answers. In fact, it's very accurate, no? Itong description niya. Kasi, medyo ito yung bala ni Facebook, no? He was keeping it. I think this was leaked at some point. Then they just decided to open source it. Tama, tinanong ko lang daw si Lapu-Lapu. Ang dami nang sinabi, no? In-explain niya. So, sino ang tanongin natin? Who is Magellan? Siyempre, pag may Lapu-Lapu, may Magellan. Di ba? Tingnan natin kung sasabihin niya na siya yung pumatay. Napatay siya ni Lapu-Lapu. Tama ba? Si Lapu-Lapu pumatay kay Magellan, di ba? So, yung speed niya hindi rin masama, no? Hindi naman siya, mabagal pa nga yung ChatGPT eh. Di ba? So, kung makikita niyo yung this one, this is markdown output, no? Markdown output siya. See? Yan. Ang dami sinabi. I think there's a way to say, this is you need to tweak the API na parang, how do you call this? You control the number of tokens para hindi naman masyado madaldal. I think there's also an API for this. Ito, no? Kita nyo yung screen? Minimize kong konti. Oops. Para na nga natin to. So, nandito yung API. So, familiar ba kayo sa curl? CURL actually to eh. So, ibig sabihin, meron siyang API. So, let's say gusto ko magtanong kay Llama. So, let's create another tab here. Let's use the API to. Ay. Kailangan ba natin mag-open na? Ito medyo problema nung to eh. You can also use Postman for Let's just open my Golang. I have a REST API tool dito. Pwede rin Postman. Basically, yung termination lang nung to eh. Meron ako ditong ready na. Ito ba yan? Okay, so tanong natin, so who is Lapu-Lapu dito? So imagine ito yung application nyo. Let's say, ibahin naman natin who is, sino ba gusto nyo? Kim, ano pangalan niya, no? Kim Ji-won. Tama ba? Yung sa Queen of Tears. Palitan natin. So makita nyo, you can also use sorry medyo maliit. Can I zoom on to this? View. Pwede itong presentation mode. Hindi ko ma-zoom eh. Sorry Anyway. Pakita ko sa inyo. Basically, I am just paste ko sa notepad so you can see. So if you see there's you tell Llama what is the model. Tapos you say what is the system prompt. Let's say you are a Korean drama expert. So, ganyan, no? So, may API siya. So, you also have a system prompt, which is basically telling the LLM, this is like a special instruction or initial instruction for the LLM, no? Then, you have the user prompt. So, let's try to ask this. Medyo matagal lang. So, he's not familiar with Queen of Tears yet because it's just a new K-drama. No, but yeah. Hindi na siya nag-run. Tap and rerun. Medyo mabagal, no? Alright. So that's Olama. No. Wait lang natin. Medyo mabagal lang siya. So let's wait. Okay. Anyway, let's not stall. So there's a UI that I found na gumagana with Olama, which is this. Let's copy this. Di ba wala siyang interface? You could actually have an interface for Olama. They call it Olama UI. So this is so imagine this is the interface. So imagine kung gusto mong if your company wants to implement a chat internally using Olama, you can use this interface. So yeah, okay. Sumagot na siya. So Kim Ji-won is a talented. Let me copy paste this. Siyempre may K-drama content tayo, guys. Okay. Kim Ji-won was born on July 26, 1982. Talented South Korean actress, she's gained immense popularity for versatility in playing complex characters. Actress of the Year multiple times. So ito yung mga ano niya, no? Boys Over Flowers, King Two Hearts, Go Ahead, no? Tama ba? Kim Ji-won ba yun sa ano? Siya kung tama siya. Kim Ji-won. Tama, no? Yeah, siya yun. Alright. Queen of Tears. Okay, so he answered correctly. I'm just not sure dun sa mga sa movies. I haven't really watched yung mga movies na to. Baka wala yung mga bago, no? Like yung Fight for My Way, gano'n. No? Liberation Notes, yeah. Baka pinapanood pa po ng LLM yung Queen of Tears para mas may context po siya sa answer. Correct. So sa sunod na release, lalabas na yan sa LLM. Let's say, what is the best K-drama of all time? Last question ko is Crash Landing pa to. Pero I think hindi pa niya yata alam yun. Not sure kung Crash Landing. Crash Landing on You. Papayag ba tayo yan, guys? Yan. Anyway. So, yan lang yung, that's Olama. So, you can use the API also, like what I showed you. So, you can just run it. It's a REST API. I'm not sure if it's totally REST. No. Hindi naman yata to REST. Parang ano lang siya. I'm not sure if it's even following. I don't think it's a REST API. So, API siya, HTTP API, wherein you pass a JSON and it returns a data to you. Response. Okay. Tuloy na tayo sa... So, I think Olama is the best for hosting your API. No? Later on, I will tell you why LM Studio is not. Alright. So, balik tayo sa LM Studio. LM Studio, maybe I'll just skip this. Let's go through the application. Para medyo maganda yung LM Studio. So, ito yung LM Studio. I'm not sure if you guys can see it clearly. Medyo hindi ko ma-zoom yung yung app. Try natin. Oops. Alright. So, I'm not sure kung okay sa inyo kasi maliit sa akin eh. Ayun pala, okay naman pala. No? So, LM Studio is a... malinaw, no? Ganda. Nakita nyo, yung tool is very colorful, very nice, no? So, yan yung LM Studio. So I'll just go through like some points about it. So so it has a built-in user interface like what you saw. Then you can search and download models. Then you can download a model via the URL and you can chat them with the model locally. So may APIs din siya. So let's show you the tool para naman medyo boring yung slides, no. So LM Studio, you go to LM Studio, just Google LM Studio .ai. Tapos you can install like the Mac version. There's a Windows version also. And there's a Linux version. So ito, I suggest if you're gonna use it for your own personal chatting or research or maybe experimentation, I think LM Studio is the best for experimentation and trying out models kasi it also has a feature which I will show later na you can chat with different models simultaneously. So download nyo lang, it's very straightforward. Just click on this and then it will download the executable. Then you can install. So once it's running, wala pa siyang model when there's no model by default. So you have to download the model. So if you look here, itong mga cards na to, like Meta AI, Llama 3, these are the companies that created the model. Then you have the model name. Yan. So makita nyo, nandyan lang yan. After you install, this is the default homepage of the app. So let's say I want to install, we will not install anything today because downloading a 4 gig model will take a lot of time. In Singapore, it's very quick, pero it will also use up some of kasi we're streaming, so it's not a good time to do that also. Baka maputol yung stream natin. So you can download the model. You can click on download here, then it will download the model. So ano ba yung features ng? What are the features of LM Studio? So first is, first thing that I mentioned is it supports this GGUF format. So you can download any model in Hugging Face, which I showed earlier. Pwede nyo download yon. Tapos you load it here. You can even paste the URL, I think. Here. See, search for models by keyword or paste any Hugging Face repo URL. So just get the GGUF URL, then you paste it here. Tapos it can download. It supports it. Alright? So these are the different models that it supports. Different types yata ito. Kasi yung model, meron pa siyang like how many parameters does it have? Like yun yung parang based nung power nung model kasi it knows more and it's the training is like the tokens are like have more parameters to compare with, something like that. Pero yung 7 billion parameter model is okay naman. It's good enough for our own simple purposes. So pwede ka mag-search. Pwede ka rin mag-chat. So ito yung parang like ChatGPT interface. So what you do before you chat, you select a model. So let's say, ano ba gusto natin? We want to talk to the Meta Llama. So when you click the model, it's gonna load the model into your memory. So gagamit siya ng, let's say, you look here, I think means siya ng RAM, no? So wait nyo lang mga 1 minute yan or 2 minutes, depende sa bilis ng ng computer mo. Alright, any questions so far while we're waiting for this model to load? Yeah, they already put yung RAM at saka. So it used for 21 gig for now. My machine is only 16 gig, so if you wanna do this, I think maybe at least maybe 16, or if you can do 32, then better. Yon. So, naka-load na siya, no? So, let's try to ask a question now. So, let's say coding naman. So, can you create, gusto nyo, Java code, which reads a file and outputs. Let's be specific yung CSV file. Ganun. So, mabilis din yung sagot niya, no? So, it's also good enough, no? So, I don't think we can compile this. I don't have a Java IDE now. Pero yun nga, makita nyo, it can also output a code. So, I have a friend, he's working in Meta. He said that they're using AI also in Meta. So, I'm sure this is the model that they're using. Maybe the more capable one, the better one, yung pinakamalaking model nila. So, yun. It also has some sort of memory. So, pag tinanong ko siya ulit, sabihin ko, create a Golang version. Binibigyan ka pa niya ng options, no? First is just the standard way. Then the another way is the OpenCSV library. So it's actually showing that you can have some options. Napapalaki ko to last time. Anyway. All right. So pati yung dependencies like Maven configuration, or if you want, you ask the Gradle. Maybe sasabihin niya rin yung Gradle later. Ma-appreciate ng mga Java developers to. So imagine, okay. Why you use local LLM? First is you can send your proprietary source code into the LLM without any worries. No. So since it has memory, he will remember that, I asked that read a CSV file and output its contents. So it will show the exact equivalent of the goal of the application using Golang. Medyo okay na rin yung Java, no? Maikli na rin. Maba pa yung Golang, yun. All right. So that's for code, no? Let's do the, general questions like, ano pa ba gusto tunangin nyo? Anong gusto nyo malaman? Sino nag-imbento ng? Alam niya kaya to? Bidet. Alam nyo ba yung bidet? Stop na natin to. Let's ask another. Let's create another conversation. So, new chat. Who invented the bidet? Alam nyo ba yung bidet? The origins of the bidet are not well documented. So, hindi niya alam. Wow, Egyptian time pa. Wow. Egyptian time pa yung bidet pero walang bidet sa mga 5-star hotel. Yan ang question. Okay, anyway. So, hindi niya alam, no? I mean, he give evidences that it was used way back during Egyptian times, before Christ pa, 2000 BCE ba is before Christ. Alright. So, pwede mo rin kontrolin yung parameters on the right. Ayan, no? So, meron siya mga tools dito. Inspector, context. Yung technique sa prompting, for example, you can say, oh, I just want 500 words. Kasi, for example, you want to use it for a social media post. The text box is very limited. You can tell it, I just want 100 words, for example. Okay. So you can also see the output in plain text, in markdown, or monospace. Then you can also change the model if you want. Let's say, let's change the model to Phi3. Kaya lang maglo-load ulit, so let's not do that now. Then there's also a playground. So, yung playground, it is very interesting. No? Ay, mag-load. There. Okay, ito very cool. They call it multi-model session, meaning you ask one question or one prompt, it will ask the different models that you load. So for example, we want to query the phi and the llama tree. So pwede siyang sabay na i-query. So you can compare outputs, ganun. Medyo nagahang lang yung stream ko. I-close this llama. So it's loading the model. So when we query it later, it's gonna send two outputs. You can do it simultaneously if you want, but if you don't have the resources, you can just do it one at a time, which is the default. So it suggests that you just do it by default. It will do the query for the two different models at like freeze ako. Nandiyan pa ba kayo?